Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Today's upload is going to be, again, updating you about the pattern change that is going to be occurring across the country for mainly this week, but it will continue on a little bit into next week. How it will affect temperatures, how it will affect rainfall amounts, and of course how it will affect the storminess, the severe weather. I'll post a card to that video in the top right corner if you want to check that out. But before we do that, guys, please consider subscribing to my channel. You can see right now, this is actually my real-time subscriber amount, 1,750. So thank you for each and every one of those subscribers, and especially those that have been here since the beginning. But if you're new, welcome to my channel, a warm welcome. Consider subscribing, and this number will go up, so it's a cool thing. I mean, these videos are for free, so you could definitely, they're for free for you, so just like give me a little, reward. I mean, I don't know, just consider doing so. And if you don't know how to scroll down the page, click the subscribe button and you're subscribed. So now let's continue this video. So we go through, and you can see that there's a cold front that is draped across the country. It's somewhere like this. The system is way out here. It's not exactly accurate because you can see as we go on, it jumps around from here to here, so it's somewhere centered more in the Colorado Rockies. However, the GFS and the models are just having a tough time depicting where it is, but based on the isobars and based on some other details, the spin, it is most likely centered here, and it's setting up this stream of moisture up into the basically the Canadian borders, and all the way through Minnesota, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Iowa. All these states are under the gun, literally under the gun. This is like a shooting machine, just shooting, spitting out slugs of moisture. And these moisture slugs can contain some severe thunderstorms. And you can see right there, slows down a bit, but then tomorrow afternoon, right at it, right areas like Chicago, Des Moines, Iowa, so you can see it shift further south. And then again, it just continues to repeat. And look at this outbreak here. Wednesday might be a big day for outbreaks. I might need to do a video on that specifically just to warn you about those thunderstorms. And then the system seems to jump out of the Colorado Rockies, and it actually starts making a move. You can see it's way out now in around Kansas City area, and it's, dies down eventually, but not before it produces quite a bit of heavy rain. And just, you can see it sits there from about Thursday through Saturday, so that's a lot of rain around it. And another little system shows up right here, another little severe weather outbreak, and this is actually really cool. There's a severe thunderstorm cluster that may develop down in the Texas Panhandle area. This will go up and turn into its own little low. You could see very wrapped around, very strong. Nothing's gonna break it unless it hits something, really unfavorable, like a cold temperatures will be hitting it right here in Canada. Of course, the temperatures won't be 30s or 40s. It'll be cooler, 60-degree temperatures, but that will encourage the system to wind down because that's almost hurricane-like. I mean, 997, that's really strong. And I'm not sure if this, again, is just the models glitching out, having a little bit of fun, but at this point, I'm not going to worry too much about it. But we go through, and you can see a lot of activity, not so much in the tropics. I know that there's going to be quite a bit of rain for Texas coming up, but that's not really associated with a tropical system. It is very unlikely to develop. It's just some tropical moisture. So the tropics have been fairly quiet on the Atlantic side. However, the Pacific side is getting even more active, so I might need to do a video on that. But what I really wanted to show you about this is a total accumulated precip. It's absolutely insane. We don't see these numbers that often, even across the southeast coast. And these numbers, most of this will fall not even that far out. I mean, look, this is through Monday, so this is in a week. We will get around over 6 inches of rain in the areas that are in red. So areas in Nebraska, Iowa, South Dakota, northern Missouri, even parts of Kansas can receive, and probably will receive, and may receive quite a bit of rain. And this is kind of concerning because, again, what I say about the GFS and these long-range models is if you picked out your location, exactly, let's say central Iowa, and you saw you're in that little shade of yellow, oh, that means 9-10 inches of rain for me. Okay, now I know what to do. not so fast, because this GFS is not really accurate in pinpointing the exact thunderstorms. It just does a very broad area of rain. So the truth may be that there will be a lot of rain across this area. However, with thunderstorms being so localized and severe weather events being so local and not really widespread, they're really isolated. Say Sioux City can get 7 inches of rain, while Des Moines, Iowa can only get 2. You know, you get the point that it doesn't really take a lot of different. I mean, doesn't take a lot of difference to cause a lot of confusion. Basically, if you live in Northwest Iowa, you could. I mean, this is just an example. I'm not saying that Northwest Iowa will get more rain than Central Iowa, but this is definitely something that could happen. However, even if the system like we have today, let me actually pull up the radar. I want to show you this. It's actually really cool. This is my local weather station, so that's why they're talking about. It's 86 right here. It's really hot today, and if we go out, you could actually see that this is just a rocket of moisture, what I'm saying. And even if we have these more widespread areas of rain, say you could see right here over northern Michigan, Wisconsin, UP of Michigan, there's just a huge swath of rain. These aren't the heavy rain producers that are most often associated with flooding. The more ones are the ones that are more associated with the heavy rain are these little thunderstorms. And yes, they could be pretty widespread. I mean, you can see there's quite a bit of them. However, if they train over the same area, that could really lead to a lot of damage. And what I want you to take away from this from this rainfall map is, yes, there will be a lot of rain. Yes, the areas that are most likely going to receive this rain are in generally the Central Plains, but no is to the fact that your area is not yet determined how much rain it will get. That is still going to vary. And I also want to show you now the temperatures. So it's been really hot across much of the country. Let's go to 2-meter temp anomaly, which basically shows you whether it's above or below average. And I know that in my county, you could see this was Sunday. There was just this little right by the lake. It was so hot. I think right here in my house, it was reported on my thermometer. It was 96, 97. Really the hottest temperature since 2012 in the Chicago area. So it does seem to calm down quite a bit this week. But it seems that later on next week, the heat can return and it will be above average. You can see that reds really are prevailing. And so the only time of cool off will be this week, basically. So take your, enjoy your cool weather if you like the weather. But if you're into hot weather for much of the country, it is going to seem above average for after this week. So that is basically it for today's video, guys. I could actually want to show you the HRRR model, which shows you next couple of hours of how this will develop. You can see this is basically the stream of moisture. I mean, look, it's literally like a gun centered in Colorado, and it's just firing this. And that is really just blowing it out. But you can see that it does calm down a little bit tomorrow morning, but there's going to be another little set of wave that redevelops. And notice how there's rain in Texas. So if you're just wondering how much accumulated precip is going to fall in the next 18 hours, which is through tomorrow afternoon, you could see that these areas will be the most prone, and this isn't the GFS. So from the HRRR model, if you actually go to regions and pick out your area will most likely get that. So say you live in La Crosse, Wisconsin, which is centered somewhere around here, you will get quite a bit of rain. And it most likely will be more than other areas because the HRRR model is very good at pinpointing where exactly will the most areas of rain fall. So that's basically it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Consider liking the video. And as always, stay safe, keep your eye to the sky. See you guys in the next episode.